Hey everyone, Jack Keeper here, and in this video we are going to take a look at Qt Creator. It's a C++ IDE using the Qt framework. And the current version of Qt is Qt 5, and this is something that I kind of played around with a few years ago, but never really did much with it, and I thought I'd take another look at it and see what is new with it and what it can do. So let's check it out. But first, now that we're here at the Qt.io website, and it's spelled QT in case you're not familiar with it, but it's pronounced cute, just like a cute puppy. And here it's kind of telling about the software and kind of what it, oh, now that's cool. That's my dashboard on my car. I own a 2020 Mercedes GLE 350, and wow, it looks like my dashboard was programmed in the Qt framework. I had no idea. That is way cool. I guess I'll never look at my car the same way again. Yeah, that wasn't expecting that. So apparently they were using the Qt widgets for that. Wow. Very cool. Well, if it's good enough for Mercedes, I guess it's good enough for me. Let's go take a look in here and let's see where the download is. Okay, buy and try. So they're really pushing the commercial version. Qt is available in the commercial version and an open source, which is here. And this is community supported. And before proceeding to Qt download, make sure you're choosing the right license for this project. Ugh. That sounds kind of ominous, especially if you're somebody that likes creating closed source proprietary software and reselling it, which I've liked to do sometimes. So it looks like it's licensed under LGPL and GPL. LGPL generally means, and I'm not a lawyer, so don't take me as gospel, but typically LGPL means you can resell your product if you create it using the community version, but you need to dynamically link any libraries like DLL files if you're a Windows user. But this kind of bugs me a bit. This little warning here is how I see it. It's kind of like they're saying, oh yeah, you can use our open source software to make your own closed source stuff, but we'll be watching you. And if you make one false move, we're gonna hang your ass from the highest tree. But enjoy the software and have a nice day. Yeah. So, personally, I don't like that. However, like I was saying, typically, I think as long as you're not modifying the widgets, and if you do, you got to provide the source code for that modification, not necessarily your entire app source code, but the source code of the modification you made, you would have to provide that from how I understand it. Otherwise, you're pretty okay, I believe. You know, just resell your app if you wanted to do that. And of course, if you made any modifications to a widget, customized it somehow, you would also have to provide the source for that. Now, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, and so don't take that as gospel. I guess if you wanted to write your own software and sell it and use the Qt framework here with Qt Creator, you might want to just double check all that with a lawyer, or if you have a legal team, if you're that rich. Yeah, just to be safe. I know I feel a lot safer when I use the Lazarus IDE because it seems pretty friendly. Let me just check out of curiosity how much it costs to get a commercial license. Wow, $233 a month if you pay 3 years in advance. Wow. So that means you got to cough up about $8,300 to $8,400 to go commercial. I guess if you're making good money off of creating software, that's probably not bad. But anyway, let's go ahead and try this community version and see what we get. So I'm going to go ahead and click go open source here, and let's see where the download button is. They really don't want you to go community, I guess. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's here on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And it looks like it's already detected my operating system, so that's cool that I'm running Linux. However, one advantage of running Linux is you don't have to depend on a download from a website, especially if you got cutting edge stuff anyway. So let me just open up. Actually, I've already downloaded this, but I just wanted to show you, if you're a Linux user, all you got to do is use your package manager, or my preferred method, which is the console. But here you would just click install and it would install it all for you. But if you're one of those poor unfortunate souls that are using like Windows, yeah, you got to go through the hoops. You got to go into the website there and download it, and you know, follow the directions for installing. It's not so automatic, but end result's the same. So what the heck. Like I said though, I've already installed mine, so I'm just going to jump down here and open it up real quick. So let me just slide my window over a bit while this is opening. And I'm just going to kind of fit that all in. Just kind of multitask here, do two things at once. Okay, let's look in here. That looks nice. Okay, so when you open a new project, it looks like you got a lot of choices here. I like it. So here we have Qt Quick. That would be like for developing a mobile app. The first one I chose, by the way, was the normal. Wow, this is cool. Check that out. Python. So apparently it's got some Python. Wow, okay. So you can actually develop a Python app and use their form designer to drop in components. That's really cool. I'm guessing probably like PyQt or PySide, or maybe either. It might detect which one you're using. I kind of like PySide better because PySide is a freer license. It doesn't fall under the restrictions that you get under PyQt. Okay, so these are other types of projects. Oh, there we go. Plain C++ app. So I guess if you were worried about creating a proprietary app, closed source, you could use a plain source application and then just maybe use like WX widgets with it. So that's kind of cool. That could be kind of a fun solution. Okay, and then you can even import it from your repository, like if you're using Git. I like. Very nice. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and choose here. And that doesn't look too cool. I'm running a dark theme. And it looks like my dark theme doesn't look so pretty in Qt. So Qt must prefer a lighter. So what I'm going to do here real quick is I'm just going to run in my settings. And I'm just going to change the colors for my window. I think that would be under colors here. So I'm going to do that real quick just to make it look better. And I think maybe I'll use the breeze. There we go. Okay, and it looks like it already updated in my IDE. Cool. So we'll just choose application, and then we'll just give it a name like my app. I already went and created a thing there, a directory, so I'll just paste that in, and then we'll go with the default on the QMake. That all looks good. We'll just default. And wow, translation file. That's cool if you want to use different languages. So we can just choose defaults on everything. And again, if you're using Git or something like that, you could add it there. And that probably makes the whole process more seamless. Okay. Cool. So looks like we got all our files created. There's our header. And there's our form. That should open up in Form Designer, and it does, and it's all black. Left over from my old color scheme. So I'm going to just close this so it can update. And then we'll just reopen it. Cube Creator. And reopen the project. And now the Form Designer should look more normal. There we go. That's more consistent with a light theme. And actually, if you make an app and you use it in a dark theme, the app would probably look pretty good. But I just don't really like working in that kind of environment when you're on a designer. I don't like it. All right, looks like a menu system's in here by default. That's neat. So let me just type file and maybe put quit in there. And then just throw something else. We'll just make a help. And then maybe about. And we probably don't need to make a fancy about box, but maybe a message. Let's launch it, see what happens here. All right, so there's our basic window. And we effortlessly created a menu. That's very cool. I wonder how effortless it is to add a click event to that menu. Yeah. First of all, though, I think I'm going to find a graphics view. Let's make a simple, quick little app here, just for fun. Just something really simple and relatively useless. Just to get a feel for this. So I'm putting in an image, a graphics view, so we can load an image. I think that's what we would use. Not really too sure because I'm kind of getting to know this IDE here. And I'm trying to find a button. Where the heck do they hide the buttons? Oh, here we go. I guess push button is what I'm looking for. Or, yeah, I guess push. All right, cool. And I think I'm going to have to scooch over here a little bit so we can see. We'll call this button reveal. Give it a name. And then let's go ahead and add the button text. See if I can see where that's at. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's think of something original like push me. Well, actually, you click a button, so maybe I should just call it click me. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so now let's add an event, I think. Maybe one of these guys. And I think with the app, I'm just going to do something really simple like we'll load a picture, and then when you click the button, the picture disappears, and if you click it again, it reappears. First of all, let's add a click event. I think maybe just double click. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not real familiar with this. So I'm just kind of taking it by the seat of your pants. Okay, maybe it's in here. Let me take a look. Okay, there's our signal and slots. We could add one manually, but I think there's probably a simpler way to do that. I don't think you have to mess with all that BS. I know in Lazarus it's pretty easy. You just click the Events tab, but in here, I guess when all else fails, we could Google it. Okay, I think we got to go back to the action editor here. Let me try right-clicking. Ah, there we go. Go to slot. Okay, that was easy. So triggered as a default. I think that's what we want to stick with. So I'm going to hit OK there. And there we go. That's better. So we got our click event. They call it a signal in Qt framework. And there's nothing for message box, but I think maybe we got to include a message box library, which I think would probably be like Q message box. Yeah, because nothing's coming up, no autocomplete, so I think that's what we got to do. And I think I'll just do that in the header file. We'll just make a variable here. Okay, first of all, I gotta actually do an include, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just gonna paste that in. And then, let's see what, yeah, okay, that's better. So, the way you declare a variable here is you give it the type, and then we can give it a name. So Q message box, message box. And so let's go here. And yeah, I could have done the same thing. I could have included it in this main window CPP file and just, you know, did it all right here, but it's kind of cleaner with the header. I prefer that. Message box show, maybe. Let's say hi there. Let's just see what that does. I mean, that's, yeah, okay. Not gonna work. But I'll launch it anyway. Save all. And let's see what we got down here. Okay, no matching function, so yeah. That's not the right context for it. I think what we got to do, if I remember right, is you got to do message box, and then the type of message box is the next part. So this would be like an information type. Let's do this. There should be like 3 parameters in here. The parent, and then the title, which we'll call my info box title. And then, but it should be auto-completing, so something's still not right. Hi there. This is a message. All right. And let's see what the error is, because I think this is going to fail. Could have sworn that was right, though. Semantic issue. Okay, maybe it should be lowercase. I think I picked the property instead of the function. Yeah, I think these are like properties here, and I think the ones in red are actually functions, so that's what I picked before. There must be another one called information. Let's go down. Yeah, here's the functions. So information, let's see, is that in here? There it is, and it's in lowercase. Okay, so there is a difference. Let me hit that. That's better. Now I can see in our hints up there all this stuff. So I think that's just going to work. Let's try it. Excellent. So now we hit this, and there it is, our message box. Okay. So I guess next we want to maybe load our picture. Now that we got past that part. So let's go ahead and load a picture. I'm going to scooch over again. Okay. Now let's see. There's got to be a thing in here for loading. If you took my Lazarus course in one of my previous videos, in Lazarus we just scrolled down here and found a picture option, which I'm not seeing. Yeah, it should be obvious, because I remember loading a picture once using this years ago, and I know it's right over there. Oh, wait a minute. I remember now. Okay. I think what I need to do is, there's something else you loaded in that's not really obvious. What was that? I think it was a label. I know it sounds weird, but I think you got to put it in a label. Let me just grab this label here. And I'm just going to stretch it out just like it's a picture element. And I think there Yeah, I think there's like a picture thingy for that. Let me just scroll down again. And first of all, there it is, PixMap. Excellent. That's what we want. So that's where we do that. Now let's just get rid of that text there. And then here we can select our file, I think. First I'm going to label this real quick so it's easy to identify. So we'll just call it label pic because this is going to be our picture. And so back under PixMap, we would choose file. Normally I would do choose resource, but we'd have to, make a resource folder and all that. But just for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to choose a file, make it easier, and just run into my pictures folder and select my scraped pics. I think these are the pictures we got from our last tutorial when we made that picture scraper. I'm gonna just kind of put that in there. And that's huge. So there we go. I just selected scaled constraints over here on the right. I moved myself too early. But anyway, scaled constraints kind of gets the picture all scaled in. And yeah, who'd have thunk that you'd use a label for a picture? But I'm okay with it, it works. Okay, so what I did was I just right clicked on the picture and I selected go to slot, because on a widget itself directly you can just right click on it. So now we're going to tell it to disappear if the picture is visible, and then if it's not visible we're going to turn it off. So we're going to go if, see, what was that called again? Yeah, I forgot what I named my label. Label pick. How could I forget that? That was an easy one. So let's go back to our slot. And so if, see, to call our label, I think it's this? No. UI, I believe. Yeah. And see how you got the dash and the greater than sign that kind of makes an arrow? All you have to do is hit a dot, a period. So when you hit that period, it automatically generate that. So you don't have to sit there and make that dash and greater than sign. Just simply make, just go UI dot, like that. And there's our label pick. So I'm going to double click that and then hit dot again. So if it is visible, then we're going to turn it off. So label pick dot, oops, I got to do UI first. UI dot label pick visible, set visible, and we'll set that to false. There we go. And then we want to exit out of the function. And then again, if label pick, actually if not label pick, so we're going to use an exclamation point for not. So if label pick is not visible, so here we go, if not label pick is visible, and then, oh yeah, okay, we got to move this bracket. I accidentally knocked that out of our other if statement, because these are two separate if statements. That's not nested. So, okay. So back into our second if statement, and so we're going to pretty much write the same thing in reverse. So UI label pick dot set visible, in this case will be true. So if you can't see it, then we're going to make it so you can see it. And then next line we're going to exit out of the function again. It's important to exit out after each of these if statements, otherwise it's going to turn it off one time and then immediately turn it back on and you're never going to see a change. I think it's exit 0 maybe? Or am I thinking of free Pascal? Maybe I'm kind of mixing up my languages here. Let's just launch it and see what happens. I'm going to slide myself over. Okay, and let's click it. Nothing. Yeah, you know what? Even though this is a void, I think he's still got to use return. So I'm just going to hit return. I think you just don't return anything. You just say return by itself. I think that's what you would use when you have a voided function, now that I think of it. A little rusty here. There we go. Click, click. So click it once, it turns off. Click it again, it's back on. And now we have our info box, so we are almost done. I just like to maybe add an event to that to that quit, so it'll close our app. So just to be thorough, let's go ahead and right click. Okay, got to right click down here. Okay, so right click, go to slot. Okay, and I think this would just be like, we're just going to close the form. So I think all we need is this dot close. I think that's going to do it. So let's launch it once again, see what we get. Okay, save everything. And it's rebuilding. There it is. Click, click. That's good. Quit. Excellent. And there you go. That's our little tour of Qt Creator. And so that's a really cool IDE. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with it. And I think I might play with this a little more and maybe kind of do some projects in it. This is really a beautiful IDE. I love the code completion. It's just all around great. So I think that'll cover it. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.